All right. So I like where you were going with this, Shannon. So this idea of prioritizing fans instead of followers.
Yeah. So I've been talking about on the show, I'm trying to grow my social media presence on X/Twitter, as we mentioned last time. And good branding.
But see, we can brand this. Like if we stumble on to a funny way of saying X/Twitter, then we just start saying it. And then that's the only way we say it.
Exactly.
Thus far, it's just awkward. So we're workshopping it.
Yeah. But so I'm in some growth groups, which is hugely helpful and beneficial. And, you get to work with people and come up and share ideas, and the collaboration's awesome. And there's some guys that are just grind, focus, follower. I got to build this follower. Once I get to 1,000, then I can get us to 5,000. This says, and it's great. And I see that they could be successful doing that. My take on it's a little different because kind of like, you mentioned last time with social media followers that maybe are not real, maybe that are automated or bots. If you focus on finding people that perhaps could use your service or want to hear from you, want to hear your voice, and searching for, and I keep saying this in these groups, I say, hey, look, I'm looking for fans, not followers. Yeah. Because I want people that want to listen to what I have to say and want to share knowledge. And we've tried to build this collaborative thing here on Business Brain to grow our collective brains, having to do with business and frankly, life in general. So I think it's much better to connect with people on a much deeper level than just to fill up your stuff. Because if you have 1,000 or 5,000, all these followers, how many are really interacting? When I see a blog post and I go look, or a Substack post, and I see 20 or 30 comments, that's a lot. I look and go, wow, man, to get 20 or 30 comments on your blog post or your Medium post or whatever, or even on X-Twit, you have to have people that really want to connect, and you can see the authenticity. So my take on it, there's this concept called 1,000 true fans. If you search on
Kevin Kelly, who is a co-founder of Wired, came up with it, or at least articulated it that way and branded it, if you will. Yeah, and Twixer wasn't around then, so
that's right.
But there's a lot to this, and his whole thing was all you need is 1,000 true fans, and you can. If you do it properly and you maintain a respectful relationship with them, you can monetize those 1,000 true fans into a career, into a salary, or into a livelihood.
Whatever. Yeah, livelihood. You can be a creator, or even if you're an entrepreneur providing different services or doing stuff on Etsy or whatever.
And I think some businesses you can do it with less than 1,000 true fans.
Yeah,
I mean, depending
what you do, and also what your definition of success is.
That's fair.
There's a lot online, and especially on
Twixer.
They call it SMB twit or retwit for real estate Twitter, SMB for small business Twitter. Everybody's talking about their successes, and it's like, okay, that's great, but I often say, if all you post is your successes, I think you turn people off, and you don't.
It's not authentic. Right? That's a word that's way overused, but it's efficient.
It's not real. One of my most popular posts that I've ever done was when I laid out how I made $1 million mistake one afternoon when I said yes to something that I should have said no to.
It wasn't your marriage. Your marriage actually has been a great thing.
No. Yeah. Very
well,
successful.
somebody could probably make that same joke. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But the question I have on this 1,000 true fans is, how many people do you have to get to follow you to create that 1,000 true fans, right? You're not going to get it with just 1,000 followers or whatever, subscribers, because people don't pay attention. Everybody's thinking, what's in it for me? What value are you adding to my life?
Well, and that's how you get fans, is by continually adding value to their lives. And, what we talked about at the intro here, the silly things of being National Pizza Day. Like, okay, like that can be a thing. I'll let you know if it actually. You'll let me know if that turns out to be a thing. Like, you know,
I have a question. I have a pizza question for you before we end. The
okay,
show.
great.
I want to ask you, but
great.
Yeah, and so this whole thing of what value can add. There was a guy I was following on X where I'm spending way too much time, obviously, but he was a deck builder that built a company called West Coast Decks, and he posted, say, "Hey, I got some new shirts in. Anybody want one? Send me a message, and I'll send you one."
Yep.
And I was like, "That's awesome!" You know, just reaching out, trying to share stuff, and so there's a lot of this. You know, like we started the show. What are you known for? What are you adding value? What is it that you're doing? Are you going, you know, in my area, we always get these flyers like, "Hey, we'll come do a checkout of your HVAC system for $75 or whatever it is." Or if you're in the HVAC business, why don't you do free filter replacements? You know, I saw a company this morning paying to advertise on Facebook that they'll come drop off free mulch at your house. So this was a tree business. They're cutting down trees.
Yep.
The thing that they have extra of every single day is the chips and the mulch. So they have this huge picture of a huge pile of mulch in your driveway, and they said, "Here, click here, and we'll come drop mulch in your yard." It's a local business to us, and you know that they're getting goodwill, the law of reciprocity. I'm giving you something for free, but it must be valuable enough for them to pay for a Facebook ad.
Well, they don't have to go pay to dump it somewhere.
They don't have to pay to dump
it.
Yeah, and I'll bet I know they're getting clients out of it.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. If you give me free mulch when I need to have tree work done, well, who are those people with the mulch?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you call Quality Tree Care? Those guys come every 6 months and drop mulch in my driveway. So adding value, building that fan base up is that's the focus, I think. And that's the future. There's so much competition, you know, trying to get your voice heard, especially if you're in I don't want to use, well, I will use this word, a commodity type business where everybody's competing on price. What can you do? What can you be known for? Is it the wrap on your trucks that looks kind of funny or whatever, your name? Is it the fact that you show up and you change people's filters for free or give free mulch? Think about it and then let us know so we can talk more about it. Feedback at businessbrain.show. We want to hear from you. We want to share your story. You can come on the show and talk about it. Next week, we have a great guest coming on that's going to talk about his business that's focuses solely on a local newsletter for a single town.
I want to learn about this.
Yeah, me too. And he's great. And now he's helping other entrepreneurs throughout the country start local newsletters.